Ladies and gentlemen, how we doing? I'm What is a Hero, and today we're going to be talking about Tsukuyomi, how to manage the stack, and how it's going to fare once the next set drops with MLB, dote, and PBO. So, little background. I'm going to show the deck off first and everything, but little background. I played Vanguard a long time ago, pre-Break Rod era, which was a long time ago. I think it was like 2012, 2013, and I absolutely loved it. I thought it was a great game. Let's see, where is the OTT at? It should be up here. Yeah, okay. Perfect. Alright. And I have been VP farming a lot, so I got some VP farming decks. But I'm just going to show you all the deck, my ratio and everything before we get into it. But, so, 4 PGs, of course. And then I'm going to get into why we play Gemini right now and why I may switch it up once all the cross rods and etc. come out. 4 rod chain, 3 Gemini, 3 Tom. I have 4, but you don't really need 4, and you don't want to sit on an AK until it's time to kill them. Because, of course, whenever you play it, the Sentinel doesn't activate, which is really powerful. I'm surprised it hasn't been nerfed. 1 Gemini is just a flex, because I don't really want to have 4 of the 12Ks right now. Once we go into cross ride, I probably will. But right now, it's fine with 3. And then 4 of the grade 2 Tsukuyomi, and then 2 of the Angel. And then I play 4 Amaterasu as your backup if you don't get your Tsukuyomi. Which I've only got 3 Tsukuyomis. I actually had to craft one because it was very hard. And with the rate up banners, you can actually get it right now pretty easy. 2 Uriels. She's kind of mediocre. She's not that good because Tom just kills them anyways. But yeah, and then you got 4 Secretary Angels as like your backup stack booster. So I play Gemini because Tom needs to hit 16 right now to be able to hit over the trigger if you need to. And with a stand, he hits 21. But with cross rods coming out, I feel as though we may want to go back to Coco, just to be able to force your stack a little bit quicker, and especially if you don't hit the Tsukuyomi stack, and you need to go into like Amaterasu and you start like losing track of what stuff is, or something like that, or just to be able to force through. I'm not 100% sure on what I'm going to play going forward. It's going to be a lot of testing, but I've been VP farming a lot lately, just try to get my stuff. Also, it is 5 stand, 4 draw as your big kind of way to kill them. I don't like crits. I used to think crits were amazing, but here's the problem with crits. Crits are great until they're at 4, you crit them, they PG, now your crit is completely useless. However, stands, you kill the rear guards, and I usually will attack Vanguard into rear guard if I have a big rear guard column, especially like a Tom, because it's just easy ways to kill them. But let's go ahead and talk how you manage your stacks. So, I've got a notepad here, and then you get your pen. You can do this anywhere. You can do it on a computer notepad. I'm actually running BlueStacks right now, so there's a lot of black background behind me. As another thing, I like to keep at least 1 perfect guard in my hand, and maybe a 2. So let's do 2 back. That's really nice to have the Tsukuyomi. So what you do is, and I'm going to show you all once it triggers here. So, oh, it's amazing. We got the full rod chain, it's great. And we hit 1, that's great. It's a free +1. All right. So to be courteous towards the game and not waste too much time, I'm going to go ahead and pass and let them go from there. But I will show you. So the easiest way to manage it is to go to your menu, go to your vlog, or the log, and if you see this here, it's kind of hard to see in BlueStacks, but you have these 4 items, right? And what I do is with this, you have a little shortcut of what you're going to say. So Gemini, right? I just put Gem, and then I would put STA for stand, because Uriel's a stand, and then I believe that's a grade 3 Suk, so that's another stand, right? Yep. And then you have your heal. I really hope that's right, because I kind of messed mine up a little bit ago, but hopefully that's right. So we'll ride the 2 because we missed it. Oh, he's a VP farmer as well. So let me just go through the process and then we'll do a full game. We'll try to kill him pretty quick. And we'll go here, here, here. No. So we'll try to kill him really quick just to get it over with, just so I can show you like more of the stack and how it works. But what I would do on the next turn, since you're not going to hit anytime soon, is during his turn I would write down more of my stack. So you know I've got 4 here, and then I'm probably going to have 5 this turn. And you also got to remember, one of the biggest things to remember that a lot of people forget whenever they do the stack is whenever you drive check cards, those cards go to the bottom, and a lot of people forget that. And it's very important. So like I'll show you here, and we'll go down to our stack real quick. So we see Amaterasu is a draw, so we got a draw, a BLU for blue, another draw, and an angel. So pretty easy. I know it's not great showing into a VP farmer, but the game's about to be over anyways. But I'll show you this real quick. Drop check, no trigger, PG, so you would put PG next. Very important. And then we're just going to go ahead and ride this. Actually, I'm going to force the stack. Let's go ahead and do this. This also hits for 20, but any other time you would be playing damage and etc., you will definitely want to not do that. So I'm not going to write in the stack, so we're just going to kill them this turn. So pretty easy. And unless he has 2 triggers, we're good. So we should be able to hit close to a trigger. I'm not really sure. I know a lot of our stack has triggers, which is amazing, right? Because you know when they're coming. The only problem is, and remember those drive checks have to go to the bottom. The only problem is whenever you do that, if you can't force your stack fast enough, people can just kill you. So it's really nice to have your grade 2s and your Tsukuyomis and etc. But that was just a VP farmer, so it was cool to kind of show the process, but now I'm going to run it for real, and we'll see what we can do. So usually whenever I get through this, all I do is I just draw a line under it to signify a different game. Hopefully we actually go against somebody. I'm like 6.5 million VP right now, it's pretty dope, but I'm getting ready for Shadows to come out, and dote. I've already got all the materials for 4 dotes and at least 2 double rares, so that's great. Dote's going to be really good. I wanted to play MLB because I used to play MLB back whenever I was younger. That's all I played was MLB starting out because it just seemed amazing. And we're going to go against another farmer. Okay. Well, I wanted to show off the deck a little bit better. But we'll just go through process again and just kind of show you all. Since I know he's a farmer, I'm just going to put back everything that I don't need, and then we'll show up the process. So, but in the idea of the game, I think it's best to move as progressive we can towards cross rides, because cross rides are definitely going to take over the format. So you have to be like really be careful on what you're playing and not like wasting spots. And so I'll show you all again. All you do is you go to your menu here, your log, and then you'll go to bottom 5. So you got, sorry, it's kind of hard to scroll. Here, let me see, can I do this? Yeah, I can, okay. So you have your blue, your 10, your PG, your heal, and your gem, right? That's kind of how I do my reminisce. I try to make like 3 letters or less at all times. And the Tsukuyomis, I'll do like 1T, 2T, and then 3T. So like 1 Tsukuyomi, 2 Tsukuyomi, 3 Tsukuyomi. And then triggers, it doesn't really matter. I just put the trigger type, and then we're good. He'll never hit me again after this too, because we've got our cards in hand. But so, yeah, pretty simple. I'm not gonna write down any more stacks. We're gonna kill them way before we hit our stack. But what I would do in this situation is just put down your Tom column, and then also put this column down. And I think I actually want this here in case he hits a trigger, just to kill him quicker. But yeah. So whenever you face a VP farmer too, sometimes it's better just not to attack Vanguard, because if you're not going to hit that trigger, there's no real point in even doing it, because those hit triggers. But so I kind of lied. I do want to write down this stack just to show you all a little bit more. But I know a lot of people know this too. I just wanted to give my kind of take on it, because I feel like it's just really important to give you that heads up. So with that, you have your stack here. You have your stand Tom and all that stuff, and then also you have to remember that drive trigger. And something that it got me all the time whenever I first started playing the deck. I was like, why am I not hitting my stack right? And then you realize, oh, I'm missing my drive check, or my my drive check, and so I messed up with that. I love the Amaterasu art as well. Oh, goodbye. CO is also a great way to push your stack even further. Really good. So it's a great backup grade 3. I usually play it as a draw no matter what. I mean, I don't know what I would ever play instead of it. It's great. And we'll put the power here. That's pretty amazing. I'm going to put the power here and risk him not hitting a trigger. A lot of times you have to play really smart. But we'll see here. Perfect. Bang! That's why I put my thing is bring along a fine lady on my little flavor text thing on the beginning of the screen, because Silent Tom's original thing, which he's probably my favorite card in all of Vanguard, that in MLB, back whenever it was back, was bring along a fine lady, which is really cool. But it sucks I wasn't able to show anything without VP Farmers, but the good news is I was able to at least do a little bit more. So I'm going to show the deck one more time just to give a recap, and then we'll call it quits. But very cool to show off the deck. I think it's still going to be really good. I don't know if it's going to be tier 1. It'll probably be like high tier 2. I think it's going to be like, even with the MLB nerf, it'll probably be like MLB, Dote, Shadows, maybe Shadows above Dote. I don't know, it's really close. I think Shadows are amazing, especially with PBO. And then Tsukuyomi below it, and then like maybe Risers. I think Risers are still going to be really good, because it still just hits really hard. MLB is just more consistent, and it is a shuffle back heel. But this is the deck. Like I said, Gemini is a flex spot that we'll see how it goes the more you go. You can hit 20k rows with it with the 12k attacker, so that's really nice. But blue is definitely, it has to be played. It pushes your stack, and as an advisory, if you are hitting any parts of your ride chain bare minimum, you'll have 12 cards at the bottom of your deck you need to write down, not including your drive checks. So by that time, probably about 14. So anyways, that's just a little bit of common knowledge. I know it's a lot of knowledge, but if you all have any questions or like that, you can leave a comment or shoot me a message. I'm going to try to do more Vanguard Zero content, because this game is really fun and I really, really enjoy it. It's a lot different than the original Vanguard, not being able to guard, but it's great. But I thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. Hit the sub button and the like button if you all want to see more, and shoot me a comment. Until then, thank you all for watching on What is a Hero.